Welcome back. Many thanks for keeping it Citizen TV. Here are more updates for you at 4 p.m. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. Now, President Uhuru Kenyatta this afternoon is presiding over the operationalization of the first berth of the Lamu Port, paving way for the movement of cargo into and out of that 310 billion shilling deep sea port. Now, President Kenyatta first landed at Minjila in Garissa, Tana River County, where he officially opened the 114-kilometer Garissa-Witu Lamu Road, which was crucial in facilitating the movement of cargo to and from the port. The port, which is part of the Lamu Port South Sudan Transport Corridor LAPSET project, has been billed by experts as a major milestone that will propel Kenya as a transport and commercial hub. A strategic location set to place it in a position to compete with major ports in the region, such as Durban in South Africa. The port was conceptualized in 1972 but shelved for 49 years after maritime consultants raised questions about its feasibility and its exorbitant cost. Now, the idea was revived in 2018, resulting in the construction of 3 berths, 1 fully completed and 2 more said to be 90% complete. Let's talk health matters now. Kenya's polio immunization campaign is set to begin this weekend, targeting children below the age of 5 in 13 counties. Even though the Africa region was certified polio-free in August 2020, there's been a recent outbreak of the polio virus in 2 counties, namely Garissa and Mombasa.
In February this year, the Ministry of Health confirmed 6 cases of polio virus. Among them, samples picked from a sewage material in Garissa and Mombasa counties. This necessitated the current plans and opted for emergency polio vaccination in targeted regions. So those 13 counties include Mandera, Isiolo, Wajir, Garissa, Lamu, Tana River, Kilifi, Mombasa, Kitui, Machakos, Kajiado, Kiambu, and Nairobi.
May that desire brought by COVID prick your spirit and your hearts to see to it that no child remains without being vaccinated. Let's make the decision for our children that no child can be left to the dangers of polio.
On average, you have about 300,000 children each year being unvaccinated, a huge number. You can imagine if they exist then in pockets around somewhere in the communities, it's a recipe for an outbreak like we may have.
Garissa OCS Michael Munyalo has been detained for 10 days pending investigations into a shooting incident where he's alleged to have killed 28-year-old Moses Kimathi. Munyalo was arrested on Monday following that incident. Prosecutors say they intend to charge him with murder once their investigations are complete. Principal Magistrate Timothy Oletanju allowed the prosecutors 10 days for a post-mortem to be conducted, ballistic examinations on the firearm, and for witness statements to be recorded. .30 private schools in Nakuru Town West have been shut down for failure to follow Ministry of Education requirements on operations. According to Nakuru County Deputy Commissioner Michael Lesimam, some of the schools were not registered under the NEMIS education system that was launched in 2018. Some of the schools that have been shut down are 27 nursery schools and 3 primary schools, amongst them Hopewell Primary School and Prince of Peace School. A spot check at some of the schools revealed lack of proper infrastructure.
We have discovered that they don't have NEMIS number, they don't have ministry code. So basically what that one means is that they have been operating illegally. And that one poses a lot of dangers. One of the dangers is that the continuous assessment examination, which is being dictated by CBC form of education, these students will not get their grades because without a NEMIS number, without a ministry code, where will they transmit their grades to?
Health authorities in Malawi have incinerated 19,610 expired doses of the AstraZeneca coronavirus vaccine, saying that it will ensure that any vaccines they do get are safe. Now, the uptake of the vaccine in Malawi has been low, and health workers hope the move will increase public confidence. Out of a population of about 18 million people, the country has recorded 34,232 confirmed coronavirus cases and 1,153 deaths. The World Health Organization initially urged countries not to destroy expired doses, but has now changed its advice. Malawi received 102,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine that it acquired from the African Union on the 26th of March and used almost 80% of them.
A statement came from WHO which said, no, even if it was expired, we still could use it. But as a country, we had already made a decision that we're not going to use any expired vaccine, because literally it is against the policy, our government policy, in terms of issues of expired drugs.
Let's stay with COVID-19 updates. It can now take up to 16 weeks as an interval between the first and second doses without compromising vaccine efficacy. This is according to the WHO African Regional Coordinator. In a joint press briefing hosted by the World Bank and WHO to address the COVID-19 vaccination status in Africa, it was established that the continent has only received 18.2 million doses of vaccines from COVAX, as opposed to the 66.2 million that was expected within the February to May period.
As of 17th of May, a total of 39 million vaccine doses have been acquired by member states, with approximately 24 million doses being administered. And that represents about 64% of all vaccine supplies available, representing a 6% increase since the last briefing. Kenya has used up 91% of its supply and vaccinated